9 years ago, we had this roof terrace at our house. It was a real nightmare. Everything had to be done. Shortly after a lot of work, we finished a tiny part of this terrace with impressive results. But we still had the worst part left, the biggest one. Time went by and I made quite a bit of progress. I smoothed the walls, restored the door, designed an artificial rock with mortar, put up decorative fences, made a fountain with polystyrene and, well, a tree too, laid tiles, and built a masonry outdoor kitchen for a grill. And right now, this is what we have. It's starting to take shape, but there's still more to do. Let's see what things we have left, make a list, and check how we're doing on time. What do we still have left to do?
The floor, finishing placing some pieces that are still lying around, both the ones that go in their normal position and the ones that need to be cut.
Then we also have this wall right here, just behind me. It didn't end up completely smooth and I'd like to smooth it out again. We'll also have to paint that one and the one right in front of it, since we put waterproofing on it and, well, it ended up with that grayish color, so we have to paint again. On the other hand, as for the kitchen, we have to glue the countertop, add some reinforcements, and plaster all the sides.
Then paint it, and with that we'd be done. Honestly, it doesn't seem like much, but it really is.
Well, and finish picking this up, which is honestly the least of our worries with everything else left to do. Okay, the idea is to start with the floor, so I'm going to remove all this that I set up in the last video, and we'll start by making the mortar to lay those tiles. I'm going to hurry up because we have a lot to do, less talking and more working, as my grandma would say. Let's go. Okay, about the hair drama, because as you know, there's always some drama to keep it from getting dirty with the mortar dust. I've bought this cap, which is honestly so cute. I love it. Actually, it's for the shower, but I'm going to wear this one, which is the typical one they give you in hotels. It's okay, but it's kind of flimsy, not very sturdy. It wouldn't last a second. Safety first, and then this one, which I bought at Alehop, it cost me €3. Oh wow, that's adorable. Maybe not great for the shower, but it's perfect for mixing mortar. Now it's starting to rain. Oh my goodness. The weather is honestly just completely crazy. It's been so sunny these days, it's unbelievable, and actually this morning it was even warm and everything. Now boom! Well, like they say, right? Spring gets people all worked up. Luckily it's not too hot either. That's why I'm finishing it right this month, because otherwise it would be unbearable here. When real summer comes, the sun here is just honestly unbearable. In fact, last year we left it unfinished because of that. I got a bit dizzy here a couple of times in August. Well, it was July or so. And I was like, oh no, out, out, out. Well, we've already put down all the flooring that was missing. We just have this part left here, which is the part with the broken tiles, and it's done up to here. So, I'll just put this little piece in and we'll be finished. Now the sun has come out. It's amazing because when it was raining, like I told you, it was around 3 in the afternoon, and now it's a little past 6 and now the sun is coming out. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm almost done with this, and I'm going to make a little more mortar because that way I can also stick the kitchen tiles. If we leave everything already stuck, then we don't have to make more flexible mortar, and then we can go straight to plastering the kitchen. Well, a couple of days have passed and the mortar must have dried completely by now. And honestly, it was a really nice day. There was a lot of sunshine, but now it's gotten a bit cloudy. Even so, that's not going to stop us from doing what we have to do today, which is basically to clean the whole terrace with the pressure washer. Oh, let's see how it turns out. It's pretty dirty, and actually, I've already tested the pressure washer and it works well. Everything's fine. So let's turn it on and start cleaning. Not just the floor, but I also want to do the walls. Like this. Puff, puff, puff. So that everything is nice and clean, and then when we apply the grout later, everything will be much cleaner. Music. Well, now we'll let it dry completely, and tomorrow or the day after we'll apply the grout. Music. I can't sleep. It's a journey for a while. Music, well, the grouting's done.
The truth is, I thought I was going to finish earlier, but it's 1:45.
I don't know what to do because, let's see, I already have the food ready because I had leftovers from yesterday. It's artichokes. What else? Well, I took out some ground meat, but, well, I'll make something quick, or maybe I'll make some noodles instead, and I'll save the artichokes for dinner. Well, I don't know. I'll just figure it out as I go. The thing is, all this is because it's a bit late. But I really would have liked to paint the wall. This one here, the white one, before lunch, because that way I would have it painted already, and that's one less thing to do, right? One less task. So I think even if I eat a little later, we're going to do it. We'll paint that wall and then we'll eat. Actually, the other day when I used the pressure washer here, I cleaned all the walls so they're already clean and ready to paint. We let everything, including the plaster, dry before removing it.
I need a top shelf drink to set me straight and a little bit of honey to make this go away.
It's pretty tough, but we're about to finish the last room in the whole house. After 9 years, it feels incredible to me. It's a lot of emotions. I mean, well, it took us 9 years because, in between we've done my grandmother's cabin, the bathroom, her bathroom, my parents' apartment, the beach apartment. We're working on the villa, my brother's apartment. And honestly, in the end, we kept leaving our own house for last. Because, well, all the projects were interesting and honestly, they were all urgent. This room is the finishing touch on our house and it feels incredible to me. All right, that's done. With the first coat of paint, of course. I'm going to make lunch really quickly, and yes, in the end, I'm going to make the noodles. I've been thinking about it while I was painting, and I said, I'm going to make the noodles because that way it's a complete meal. And I save time by not making 2 dishes, and then eating will also take less time. That's how we do it, always calculating with time in mind. Also because the paint is drying, and of course it's half dry, there's still a little left, but I think by the time we eat it will be completely dry. Ground meat. Now I'm going to add water until everything is covered. A splash of soy sauce. A little bit of teriyaki sauce just because I want to finish the bottle. I just want to get rid of this bottle. It's been here too long. And for noodles, I'm going to use these ones here, which I bought just yesterday. I love these because they're super thin. I can't recall what they were made of. Maybe fava beans, but I don't want to mislead you.
But anyway, the point is that I love these noodles because they're very thin and cook really quickly.
I went to Macro the other day, which we had never been to before, and I bought several things in bulk since they sell everything in large quantities, and I thought, well, let's try it. I bought it before, probably at Mercadona, and other supermarkets sell a smaller version. I love it because it cooks so fast. Actually, I have more that I bought along with those. These ones here, I think these are made of rice, and these take a little longer to cook.
Hell, I come 40,000 miles over here to see what them pretty little lips gonna do to me, babe.
The truth is, this dish is super quick to make and it's amazing. It's really, 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 really good. If you like Asian style food, it's quick, easy, and delicious. And that's it. It looks amazing. Thank you. We're ready to eat.
I went down to Nashville, a guitar in the back.
The best thing for this second cleaning is microfiber mops. This is the one I'm wringing out because they wring out really well, so it ends up almost dry. And that removes the surface part really well, like the built-up stuff. I mean, for the final cleaning, for the heavier dirt, right? Because otherwise we just get it dirty for nothing. But now what's left is like the more superficial cleaning, so to speak.
He said, "Get while the getting is good. There's no reason not to."
Good morning. We already have all of this nice and clean and beautiful. We've had to clean it several times. But look at how this looks now. How cool. But anyway, let's not waste time because today we still have quite a bit of work to do. And I'm gonna put on my super cute shower cap again because we have to do the whole barbecue area. That is, we have to plaster everything, all of this here, so that we can paint it afterwards. I gave it a bit of grout and so on. We still need to finish cleaning it, touch it up a little more. But, well, since it was already very late the other day, I said, okay, we'll continue tomorrow. Which actually wasn't the next day, it was a few days later. In fact, several days have already passed. But anyway, let's get to it. We're going to plaster all of this here, and I'm also going to put mesh on it. We have very little time, so many things to do, and I'm super stressed, but honestly, we're going to make it.
Well, before that, we need to fix this. When I did the kitchen, I left a reinforcement unfinished, which is this one here. Because, well, things got a bit complicated.
So I'm putting an iron bar on the sink area so that it has more strength.
We got our windows down, driving down the
Okay, well, it took me a little while. But anyway, we've got it now. All the reinforcements. This was the only place missing because I don't know if you remember, we put them everywhere else. But when we got here and made the hole, it landed right on the hole. So if we cut it, all we would do is weaken the structure. So we said, well, we'll just move it a little to the side.
And well, we kept putting it off until today, when we just couldn't postpone it any longer. We had to do it no matter what. But anyway, it's great. It turned out fantastic.
We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million people.
The mortar I'm going to use is the anti-damp mortar from Béziers, which is the one we used to level the stone for my brother's floor because of the humidity issue. Honestly, we've used it so many times and for so many projects, but this mortar just works so incredibly well. It has amazing workability, really good.
Better get the sheriff. Something's
Okay, I'm not talking much because it's so hot that my mortar is drying out, so I have to work really fast. I can't stop to comment and all that.
that crazy cowboy is riding on the gold.
Wow, it's looking so beautiful. It's amazing. What a difference the plaster makes. Well, when it's painted, that's going to be something else. It's going to look incredible, incredible. I can't wait to see it all white. I'm going so fast, I'm just amazed. I thought I was going to spend the whole day here, and I'm almost done already. It's amazing.
Wouldn't lie to you, didn't matter what I do.
Okay, so before it dries completely, let's go over it with a little sponge. Just working it in circular motion so it ends up completely smooth. And while I wait for it to dry a little before using the sponge to smooth it out, I'm going to do something. Where I put the table and the chair, it's getting wet. And since we've already finished this and it's the place where it's going to go at first, I'm going to bring it over here. That way it won't get wet. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to doing it. A barbecue here as soon as it's painted. That whole kitchen, which by the way looks so beautiful from here. How cool, oh my gosh. Such a big job. Anyway, when it's done, we'll have a barbecue here for sure. Although I always say that and then I never have time. That's the sad reality.
My grandmother gave me this plant a long time ago. It's a cactus. And look at how beautiful these flowers are.
Honestly, when the flowers bloom like this cactus looks so much better.
It's a duck with a hat. What do you think?
Oh my goodness, I had it planted here and it didn't even have a bottom part. Just look at the pot, please. Oh my goodness. I put it there because it looks so much better. And since it droops down, it looks much prettier placed up high like this. Look how pretty it looks like this. Now let's smooth it out. We have almost nothing left. Just a little bit on this side and these over here. By the way, if you like these renovation videos, you really can't imagine how much you help us by subscribing to the channel, because it allows us to create content much more often and do much cooler things.
1, 2, 3, 4. Who's that knocking on your door?
Well, the smoothing is done. I'm going to eat now because it's already 1:45. Well, I still have to make my food and everything. What a drag, honestly. But anyway, I'm super happy really, because this turned out just amazing, amazing. It turned out even better than I could have imagined. So, well, I'm hungry but happy. Actually, it seems like the whole kitchen process was really hard, but if we stop to think about it, it really wasn't that bad. What happens is that it's been spread out over so many days, so it feels like I've been making this barbecue for 300 years. But really, the only thing that took us the longest was probably placing the blocks, because we spent an entire afternoon just placing the blocks. But honestly, it was actually really easy too. I mean, if I had done this in a week, I think I would have finished it. The thing is, well, as you know, we've got 50,000 renovation projects going on and, well, I haven't been able to dedicate a whole week to it. Honestly, placing the blocks, putting the reinforcement underneath the styrofoam board, cutting the tile to size, the front and the plastering. And like I said, I don't think it would have taken me more than 1 or 2 weeks if I had done it all at once. So if you're thinking about building an outdoor kitchen, I encourage you to do it, because honestly, it seems super complicated, like, oh my gosh, where do I even start? But it's really not complicated at all. Obviously, if we want to add doors and things like that, then it gets a bit more complicated, but like this, oh no. But the basic structure, just as it is really simple. I'm going to start reorganizing everything a bit, and I'm going to move this grill over to that area over there. I scratched myself pretty badly, I don't even know with what. Now it's time for the pressure washer. Let's clean this whole area here that we couldn't clean the other day.
Well, it was all full of junk, and now, once it's empty, it's nice and clean.
How will I feel it if you believe in me? How will you let me in if you are ready? How do I reach you? Thinking about us, you're thinking about it too.
Oh my gosh, that scared me. Well, yesterday we spent a long time cleaning, throwing things away, using the pressure washer in several areas, and honestly everything is pretty decent now, so what we're going to do today is move on to painting. This is already completely dry, so we're going to sand it a little bit, and I brought the can of paint over here to start painting. On the other hand, we also brought up the armchairs we had downstairs and weren't using, so we're going to leave them here because I'm sure we'll use them a lot more. And we're not sure whether to put it on this side or on this one. We don't know where to put one thing and where to put the other, so I'll try both and see what works best. By the way, I need to take this bike downstairs and also this fridge. The truth is that this anti-damp mortar is super easy to sand and works incredibly well now that it's done. Sand it, because it sands down with incredible ease.
More Saturday night. You're wearing them jeans so tight. I'll keep waiting for the perfect moment. When you're dancing like that, with that shirt and that hat. God, I'll need just one more drink to.
Okay, I want to go too fast and I'm messing up because I didn't protect the floor and I thought, well, I'll just clean it up later and that's it. But no, I'm spending more time cleaning than painting. So let's back up. Let's put something down to protect the floor.
Call my friends, hurry up so we can begin. Grilling, chilling, vibing.
Okay, and now I'm going to do something, which is clean all of this that's been collecting dust from all the renovations we've been doing. Well, not exactly like that. Well, I'm just going to hose this down and that's it. It's mainly about the cushions, and I have an upholstery cleaner here. So once I've cleaned this, we'll start with the cushions.
Well, when I woke up, she was looking at me. She told me I've been cheating on her and her.
The truth is, they're so dirty that, well, right now they look pretty clean, but I don't know if once they dry, you'll still be able to see some big stains. So, well, we'll let them dry completely, and once they're dry, we'll see if we give them a second round or just leave them as they are.
Stomp your feet, Rosie, stomp your feet. Rosie, stomp your feet, feet, feet. Rosie, stomp your feet, Rosie, stomp your feet. Rosie, stomp.
Good morning, although, well, given the time, we could actually say good afternoon.
For you, only a few seconds have passed, but for me, it's been a week because we've been at my mom's place just doing some things over there. So, well, this week I'm here. It's May 18th. I want to upload this video this Friday, so I really have to hurry up, move quickly. We have things to do. In fact, you can see a few things here, and that's because I brought over the vertical garden. A vertical garden that I had left over from the villa to put here in the dining area, which I think is going to look really nice. It's going to give it a special touch.
Billy play the bass, Billy play the bass. Billy play the bass, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba bass. Billy.
Vale. Garden check. The thing I'm unsure about is the planters here. Well, this plant is absolutely gorgeous, honestly. The plant my grandmother gave me. By the way, I bought something to take to my grandmother that I'll show you later. It's super cute. The thing is, I'm not really sure what to do about plants here because almost every plant that comes to this rooftop ends up dying. It's the tragedy of the plants when they arrive and set foot on this rooftop. That's why most of the things I have are cacti, the fern, which holds up really well, and this, which is also a cactus. And then, well, the artificial ones like that one, because here in the summer it gets really hot, really hot. This roof creates a greenhouse effect and it gets pretty stifling. So, what happens? Between that, and let's be honest, since we don't come up here every day, sometimes we forget to water them, so they're not getting enough water. That combined with the heat, well, it's plant hell. I have several cacti like this one, that one over there, that one over there. So I was thinking about putting them all together there, along with these little plants, but I don't know, no, I'm not sure if I really see it. Since the planter is tall, a tall plant doesn't work for me. This one fits better because it hangs down.
But I can't really put many more plants here either because they end up dying. Here we have a clear example, like this hydrangea and this one. I can't remember what it was called, but I bought it a while ago.
Look, the stem is already drier than dry. These two are holding up pretty well because they're succulents. And, well, they're kind of like cacti, so to speak. They don't need a huge amount of water either, and they handle everything pretty well. But even look at the palm trees here. I have to take them away urgently because they're dying. This is the yucca, and look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yuccas. I have to move them because they're going to die here. I went downstairs to drink a little water. And, well, I'll take this opportunity to show you what I got for my grandma. It's this right here. It's basically to paint a gnome. Well, let's open it and take a look. She told me not to bring her any crafts. That, well, she wasn't really in the mood and all that. But, you know, we all know that doing crafts isn't about being in the mood. It just comes naturally. And I know that when she sees it, she's gonna say, oh, well, yes, let's do it. So, in the little box, there's this little gnome. It's adorable, that's why it's so cute, these little paints. You pretty much have to paint it like in the picture, or however you want. Usually you'd use these colors since they come with it. By the way, it cost me €3 at Teddy. Yes, Teddy. I'll see if I have time this afternoon. If not, I'll take it to her tomorrow. I washed these outdoor cushions in the machine. That's it.
Oasis. I'll follow you, yeah.
Buenos días. Well, the sink is installed, and the faucet is installed too. This faucet is going to go right here, like this. And it's going to be the one we use to wash the dishes. We didn't want a regular faucet because honestly, we're only going to wash a few dishes. I mean, just a few little things because most of the stuff we're going to take downstairs. We have a dishwasher, dishwasher, dishwasher. On the other hand, I'm working on the trim pieces. If you notice, I'm not using the ones I already cut. I'm cutting them again. In fact, I'm making the miter cut again. And basically, it's because the one we cut was plastic. And well, this one is aluminum. It looks like a better finish, I don't know. Like a nicer finish, right? Not plastic. So I'm going to repeat everything, but with this aluminum one. Also, we got it in chrome and it looks really good. Look at how the trim piece looks. Unfortunately, I have to do it again. Anyway, if it's to make it look better, well, what can you do? I'm cutting it by hand because today, when I could actually use the miter saw, it turns out I left it at my brother's house. to make the baseboards for his dining room, so, well, everything's going wrong. Anyway, we'll take a little longer, but it's not a big deal. We'll go little by little and do it carefully.
Some kind of shiver in your presence.
I already have this one and just need to glue it. I'll glue them all at once. I wanted to show you something. Maybe you know this, but I didn't and found it interesting. And it's that with the square we can easily make the mitre cut. We just place it in the right spot. We position it so that in this case we have to rest it on this part here. This one would go here like this. We hold it in place. Well, then we just mark it. And now we just go ahead with the hacksaw. Oh well.
Waiting on the dance floor, you are on my mind. Hoping you can see me through the crowd. I know it ain't the right thing, wishing you this way, but I do. Just this time, just tonight. You and I.
Well, I'm this close to finally finishing the rooftop. The thing is, I just got back from buying some little plants and I'm going to plant them right now. I'll get everything ready and we'll be done. I bought some soil and I bought these geraniums here that cost me $2.99 and I think these will do well in this area. Like I mentioned, I was a little worried because it's pretty hot, but I checked online and geraniums handle high temperatures quite well, so I hope they'll last. I bought 2 in the same color because I thought they were amazing, super cute. I also bought this here. There's some aromatic plants, specifically this one, an herb mix. Lavender, rosemary, and this one here that I can't remember right now, but they all smell really good. I'm going to transplant it into this pot to keep it handy so I can grab sprigs for cooking and add them to the meat. And after a really intense and exhausting week, we finally have the final result of this rooftop. And well, this is where we put an end to a great cycle, a huge renovation, a big project with my heart feeling both sad and happy at the same time, honestly. Because not only have the years gone by, but so many things have happened. And the truth is, every corner of this rooftop has a piece of us. Hours stolen from rest, improvised decisions, mistakes, lessons learned, and so much love. It hasn't just been about renovating a space, it's been about building it. Building memories, patience, and a story that will stay here forever. Because when you do something with your own hands and with your heart, time stops mattering. And in the end, you understand that all that daily effort and every small step forward is truly worth it. The truth is that the complete renovation has been really cool. It's been an amazing journey, but it's been a lot of work, and honestly, we're a bit overwhelmed now. I don't think we'll ever be able to do anything like this again, because honestly, I love it, but oh my gosh, I know.